What is up, everybody? This is Keith, Go Big Guy 231 across the DFS industry. Hope everybody had a good Champions League day today. I think if you kind of followed along, a lot of the builds that I did on yesterday's preview should have done quite well. Mahrez, KDB, huge letdown. Really, you have Mahrez, you cash 2 goals. That's it. I think yeah, there's nothing else to say. Like, if you went Foden over Mahrez, like, don't tilt your face off. Like, I totally get it. Like I mentioned on the preview, I put Mahrez slightly ahead because he's just been a little bit, few more sets, and then the potential PKs, and neither goal came on the PK, but that's soccer. Tight margins on these slates, and we're gonna have another tight margin slate, I think, on Wednesday with Chelsea and Madrid. Not a ton of peripherals the first leg. I wouldn't all of a sudden expect it here. These teams are going to play tight. They're both. I don't know if I want to say Madrid is like super disciplined. I feel like that's a game-to-game thing with them. But Tuchel, we know, has his guys drilled in and wanting to stay very, very in shape at all times. So it'll be interesting. Going to do my best on giving you guys a good idea of builds and what makes sense. But look, this slate is going to come down to goals. If you're going to get the goal, I think making sure you have the goal is probably going to be, or goals, one of the most important things, because we saw in the first, like, these floors of the guys that we normally like to play just aren't going to make up for it. So just we'll jump right into that. Quick reminder: like, subscribe, and comment. It all really helps. All right, let's just jump right into it. And if you can't tell from like my tone, this is like not a slate I'm looking forward to at all. Yeah, just not a slate I'm all that looking forward to. So, all right, we have, somehow I have the date didn't come up right here. Oh, there it was. All right, so you got Chelsea. It's 1-1 on aggregate. Chelsea at home, actually a decently solid favorite at this point, plus 119, plus 263. I say that because I expected the game to be like one. I thought it was gonna be square, so I'm actually surprised that Chelsea is showing plus 119, whopping 2.25 total. So let's just get into the formations and what we're likely to see. I think that Sofa is pretty accurate here. We should probably are going to see, based on Chelsea's lineup on the weekend, Chilwell and Azpilicueta are the wingbacks. I really do. I think that your core, I guess, before I go into it, is going to be, to me, it's Chilwell, who's likely to take some corners. Mount, who will take the other side of the corner. So those two will split. And then Toni Kroos, who's monopoly taker on Madrid. You're going to have plenty of salary at that point to pay up for Benzema, or pay up for Pulisic, or pay kind of in between for Kai Havertz, who scored 2 goals on the weekend and finally starting to look better. Do you want to play for PKs with Jorginho? Like, there's a lot of ways you can go here. And I'm probably going to go boring as I normally do. And I think I'm going to go team no goals, but Benzema is going to be staring at me and might be too easy to get to, that I have to do him. And here's interesting with Benzema, right? Wow, he's goal dependent, right? Because he's a striker. Really, to get double digits, he probably needs a goal. But even without it, if you look up and down La Liga, he's getting 7-8 DK a game with key passes, with some fouls drawn, and a fairly active shooter. So I still think, of all the Madrid pieces, it's Kroos 1 and then Benzema 2, probably Asensio 3rd at that point. I think Madrid's really going to struggle and really is going to miss their 2 fullbacks. Valverde is a midfielder that isn't even their second choice right back, right? Or even their third choice right back. They'd been playing Lucas Vazquez there without Carvajal. And then it just shows how bad Odriozola is that they have to move Valverde there. But, Valverde's a good player with a good engine, so I think he'll do fine. They'll be happy to have Ramos back, but Marcelo in the lineup at left back, it's not good. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to playing some guys on the right side, attacking that matchup. All right, go to the Chelsea side of things. I think I kind of did okay breaking down Madrid there. Chelsea, Mount and Chilwell are your first 2 in. Azpilicueta is a good price. He's going to allow you to get Benzema fairly easily. Then, if you think Chelsea scores, it's likely going to be between these 3. If it's not a PK, if it's PK, it's Jorginho. Tendril Storm, my colleague at FSI, he won, I think it was like 20K at a Chelsea slate earlier this year, putting Jorginho as captain. So, because we know if Chelsea gets the PKs, we know for certain it's Jorginho. So he'll be low owned because of his price tag and even lower owned cap. So if you want a GPP play, I like that. Tie it with Mendy and you're off and running. But yeah, your cash plays are Mount and Chilwell, then Azpilicueta. Pulisic and Kai are both, more GPP. They're really going to need a goal to get there. And neither have the floor that Benzema or even Asensio have most games. All right. That's probably the breakdown as good as I can do in terms of tactics. I guess the last part, we want to say that the Chelsea wingbacks will bomb forward. Like in theory, they should, but they haven't been. Chilwell will do a lot more offensive things than Azpilicueta, but Azpilicueta is kind of like Zinchenko is today. He's a good tackler. Even if he doesn't get you a lot of crosses, you might be surprised that he gets you 560K without the crossing. All right, let's look at builds. I think in my ideal world, I'd want Mason Mount as the favorite to be my captain. Cruz and Chilwell. And look, I have not built yet. This is literally like my first time building. So let's see what happens. I'm curious. Can you get Benzema? Yeah, you can do it. Where's Azpilicueta? 5,200, so you can't get there. But Militao, who had a great first game. Now, keep in mind, Militao had a great first game playing a back three on the outside. That allows a little bit more DFS goodness. There's Valverde, though. If he's playing right back at 3,400, that's going to be tough to pass on. And, look, Conte's there, Militao's there. So you could do that lineup. That might be fairly chalky. Let's build real quick without Benzema. So let me take my other Chelsea cash piece. See where Pulisic is. Man, that's pricey. I didn't even notice that the first time. I really don't know. That's a great GPP play because I can't imagine an optimal setting playing Pulisic over Benzema, but in GPP, that's going to be huge leverage. Geez, that's wild. But Kai's at 7,400. So you can do something like this. I got my Madrid piece. Who's down here? Luka Modric. I guess you could do worse. Ramos. Oh, great point there. If you really want to do like a contrarian build, play 1-to-1 PKs. It goes to extra time, but you got Ramos and Jorginho. Like for a lot of people that don't play a lot of DFS soccer, probably do not know that those are the two PK takers for each team. So you get them. You could get low ownership on those two because Jorginho. Where's his price? 5,800. It's a gross price. Like he's not going to pay off unless he gets a PK. So that's a GPP only play. These builds are okay. I don't want to like give away too much more, get in trouble. I don't want to give out lineups. But yeah, maybe experiment a little with Chilwell. Has a good, decent floor. Mount there. Play Benzema. I'm trying to see if that lets you get Azpilicueta. See if there's a 3K player. Nacho within? I don't think Nacho will be in. So, or if Varane out. So you almost get close to being able to do that. Just play around. I think that, again, cash, just to recap, cash plays I think are pretty straightforward. It's Chilwell, it's Mount, it's Azpilicueta, it's Cruz, Benzema, definitely Valverde looking at his price, definitely cash play. And then you're like fringe cash, Asensio, Junior. I would go ahead and not say Pulisic. I do think that, by the way, on this formation, Kai is more of the number 9 than Pulisic. But Kai, based on price, would be there. And then Conte, based on price, would be there. That would be the cash pool. GPPs, Jorginho, Sergio Ramos, goalies. Keep in mind, I mentioned this yesterday. I ended up playing. I told Storm before the game, I thought 2-0 City. So I ended up playing Ederson cash. I just didn't like. I didn't like them playing Icardi. We knew PSG might not play Mbappe, but I thought Icardi was just such a step down in that attack that I liked Ederson, and it worked out. But if you think Chelsea wins this game 1-0, it's Cruz 5 Chelsea. Play whoever you think is going to score. Play Mount, play Mendy, play Chilwell, play Azpilicueta. Build from there. If you think it's 1-0 Madrid, I think you play Cruz, you play Benzema, you play Courtois. And then, maybe whoever you think maybe gets the assist. If you want, immediate leverage, play like a Sergio Ramos at captain. Not many people are going to do that. That would be interesting. Just something like that. Just keep in mind, pick a score, build to the score. And then, depending on how many lines, pick alternate scores. Okay, I did my 1-0 Chelsea. with Kai scoring. Now let me do my 1-0 Chelsea with Mount scoring. Now let me do my 1-0 Chelsea with Pulisic scoring. All right. Now let me do my 1-0 Madrid with Benzema, with Asensio, on and on. Like, that's how you build your GPPs. Hope you guys do well. I think that's it. If you have any questions, leave them in comments. And for all subscribers, you'll find me in Discord. Once again, hope this helps. Enjoy your night. See ya!